Whew, it started to get hot. What time is it? Almost 12:30. Holy shit. So I got my buddy Victor here. He drove like 3 hours from Placerville. This is the guy right here that gave me that LS motor for my cousin's car, and pretty much hooking him up with a H22 transmission, which I was going to keep and use for something else. And not following through with it anymore. Figured he could use it because, like I said in my last video when I was at his place, he's building a DA with a K-swap, so this would definitely help him with his build. He needed a shifter cable and a box, and I said, hey, got a transmission if you're interested, and he is. So he's gonna we were chilling here for like how many hours now? 2 hours, 3 hours?
Almost 3 hours.
Shit, man, we were just bullshitting and whatever, but don't want to hold him up too long. We're gonna load this up into his car, and then he's got a long ways back home, and then we'll talk a little bit more what we're going to be doing with the CRX today, if I feel like working on it, because the heat, long pants, whew, no bueno. What is going on, you guys? Today is Sunday, and today is going to be a special one, and I think it'll be pretty cool as well for me and for the person that's coming here right now. All right, guys, so what's up? It's been a couple hours now since the last clip, 5 hours to be exact, and the person that's here with me today is pretty much just like you guys. He is a supporter of the channel, a subscriber, and you know, he loves my videos, and he actually, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is a purple wagon right there. I'll show you guys that in a second, but I met him at the Fresno EVerse a couple weeks ago, and I only spoke to him for a tad bit before everybody had to depart their way, you know, back home. And then a couple days after that, his fiance messaged me, and she was asking like a quick, hey, somebody was commenting the other day about twisting mine too.
Oh, dude, you should do it. I got wax for you if you want to.
She had asked me if I was able to do her a big favor, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm down, you know, like, what's up? And she had an anniversary coming up, so she wanted to surprise Herb with a gift of kind of like spending a partial day with me here, and pretty much just hang out, talk, chill, bullshit, whatever. And I pretty much said, you know, I'm down for that. That's pretty cool, because it's totally different than what I've ever been doing, and I think it'd be a good experience for me and him. So Herb and his fiance is here at my house today, and they're about to depart, but we've been here for 5 hours just bullshitting, catching up, getting to know him, getting to know me, and it was definitely great chilling. And you know, I wished I had recorded a lot of other bullshit that we were talking about earlier too, but we were just in the spur of the moment. I wanted to take him for a ride in the wagon, but I don't have a battery, and the alternator has taken a dump on me. So I told Herb, I said, another day when we hit the Sonics, oh hell yeah, we're gonna give him a ride. So I'm gonna give him a ride along in the Boosted K series, and you know, just kind of give him that experience, because I think he deserves, man. You're definitely dope to hang out with. You're pretty fucking funny, I tell you the truth.
Oh,
and the shit that he did with his car, bro, it blows my mind. Well, we'll get to that in just a second, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update here, since I didn't record anything in between that. For the last 5 hours, I've been hanging out with, not Milman, you just wanted to pop up right now, bro. I've been hanging out with Herb and his fiance, and it was definitely a blessing to, you know, kind of spend time with the people who support me. I want to thank you and your fiance coming out here today, just hanging out with me, having a nice chill Sunday, even though it was kind of a bit hot,
A little bit warm.
But it wasn't too shabby. We weren't sweating. I didn't have a bloody nose, so we're good. And yeah, they're about to take off to a pool party, kind of pool hangout, chill out for the rest of the day. And I'm gonna give you guys a quick look at this car before it takes off. So let's go and check it out. So right here, you guys, this is Herb's car, and there was a quick snippet of this on my Fresno EVerse video. Give you guys a better look. So I need you to tell me real quick here, how many layers of plastic dip did you put on this car?
It was quite a bit. I'd have to say at least.
Oh, how much of the gray layer?
How much of the gray layer? The gray layer was probably about 6-7 cans.
And then the white layer?
The white layer was about 4 or 5 cans.
And then the purple layer?
The purple layer was 7 cans.
Fuck, that's a lot. I gave a plastic dip on just one wheel. He did so many amount of cans on his whole car, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this is super thick, so I have no doubt that this will peel out without a problem. Check it out. I think it's like totally different, and I don't think I've seen a purple wagon before. So this right here, the color theme, the plastic dip black under half, and he just got these new wheels, so I kind of just popped the car a little bit more because everything kind of flows. And this is definitely a work in progress, and like I told Herb here, you know, progress is definitely better than no progress. He's got ways that he wants to make this car be as the final product, and it's only a matter of time. If you keep putting your mind into it, it will happen eventually. But check it out really quickly, guys, before it takes off. Who doesn't love the purple? That plum, that lean. Oh, or the Barney, whichever one you want to call it. I dig it, man. Definitely kudos for me. So I just went to Burger King real quick to grab some food, and the guy that was working the window is a subscriber of mine. And if you're watching this, bro, I truly appreciate the extra food you threw in. What the fuck? What up, guys? Welcome back to this 3-day span video. So Saturday, Victor came over, a buddy of mine that shot me the LS motor a month or so ago. So I sold him the transmission on Saturday. We hung out for like half a day, and then he headed back, you know, 3 hours back home. And then Sunday was pretty cool. Got to hang out with a subscriber that his fiance actually hit me up for, in hopes of, you know, giving him a pretty dope anniversary gift, which was to meet me in person. And Herb came through with his fiance. We hung out half a day. Got to make a new friend now, and you know, we exchanged phone numbers, and hopefully we'll give him a ride in the wagon, because I wanted to give him a ride yesterday, but the car wasn't, it doesn't run. So it's nothing bad. It's just I don't have a battery for it, and I didn't change out my alternator. But we will be making cruises to Sonic's soon, and then hopefully we'll give him a little experience in the wagon. But today, for the CRX, as you guys may know, I have cable stretching issues with the shifter in this car. The car goes in gear just fine. It's just that if I power shift, you know, I'm holding it in gear, I'm holding it further than the engagement points, which then disengages, if that makes any sense. But it pretty much has no gear when I hyperextend the shift cables. I'll throw this little clip in here right now to kind of show you guys what the car did at the track last month. And what I'm trying to do today, I've been doing reading online. I've been doing a lot of comparison with the, I guess this is an H22 Shifter Box. It's all metal construction. And I have an RSX Shift Box in my cabinet over there, a spare one. And I'm going to try to see if I can retrofit that into the car using the H22 cable. Alright guys, so I got my center console taken off right here. And this is an H22 shifter because this arm right here is metal. And the H22 pre-97s, this arm is plastic. And then the 97 to 01 is a plastic unit, which is kind of close to the RSX Shifter Box. And let me show you guys my problem right here. It's funny that this thing has a shift stop, like a bump stop, made out of metal. But it's too far, which then caused my shifting issue. So let me show you guys really quickly here. And right here we got first gear, and then second gear is right here, right? This is where second gear, it'll grab, it'll have gear, it'll go forward, so on and so forth. But when I bang second gear, I'm holding it in gear because my hand's always on the shifter most of the time. And when I'm holding it in gear, this little extra space right here allowed me to go further than the stopping point. So you can see how much more I bring it out. So in the video of my racing video, I hold it in gear and I'm hitting it so hard that, you know, it's way past the engagement point if the transmission works that way. But I know that once it goes right here, which is why I did that little soft shift meme, it'll go into gear. But if I bang it in gear and I go way back here, it has no gears to grab, or I don't know how it works up in the transmission when it gets past this engagement point right there. So the only issue that I'm seeing with this shifter to this shifter is the mounting point for the cables right there. These right here are like side by side, while the RSX Shifter Box is about 1.5 inches apart. So one's right here and then one's up in the front. If I want to make it work, I'm gonna have to like either make a bracket for this guy to have the cable sit up in the front with this one, or mount that cable up here, but I have to shorten this guy to fit in here, because from where it mounts to here is 8 inches, and obviously from right here to this guy is 6. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to MacGyver something if I want to make it work. I got the metal shift box released from the center tunnel, and I took off one of the shift cables to kind of test real quick. And first issue is right here. So this is the perfect pretty much perfect size to this holder, and the thing is, this holder is too thick right here. It's so thick that the part for the retaining clip right there, that little gap, doesn't come all the way through the holder, where it would allow me to use the C-clip, or the clip. Where is it at? The clip right here to hold the shift cable in place. And it's the same for the other side right there. So yeah, that's one of the issues now. And the other issue, which I was talking about earlier, is how much longer this cable is to its pinpoint. And right now it's not in neutral, so it's a lot further than it looks right here. But once we get it in neutral and the cable set into place, it's actually about 1.5 inches away. So if I was to do this, I would have to cut it right there and then TIG weld it, like bevel it and then TIG weld it, so that way we have a strong rod once again, and then we can put that right into that slot right there, whichever function this is supposed to do. So I've been tinkering around, finding like the same thickness gauge material right here around the house, and I found some, but I don't have a unit bit that is in good condition to drill out the hole to the size that I need for the shift cables to go into. And I think I'm just gonna have to resort to cutting this right here and using this bracket. But if you look at it right here, you know, flat on flat surface here, the two shifters, you can see that the RSX is a little higher, and then these cables are a lot lower than, you know, ideally where this is supposed to be at. So if I was to cut this off and use this and weld it, not weld it, but bolt it somewhere inside the car, kind of like, you know, where the cables are supposed to be in length to, I have to elevate this. So what I'm going to do is, using the resources and stuff that I have around the house, I'm just going to take this tow hook bracket from my CRX and pretty much weld them together and make a box shape instead of going by square tubing. I'm just going to weld them to a box shape like that, and that's going to be like a pedestal for this bracket that I'm going to cut off, which is then going to lift this up high where I can put the cables, you know, like I said, in length of the shifter. This means no turning back. And here is my tow hooks welded into a square tube to use as a like a pedestal for this guy. And there's our cable holder. Yeah, it is super dark. Quick little update here. I am going to continue this video, and then this video before I drop is going to be 4 days span. So I got the shifter box bolted in, 3 of the 4 bolts as of right now, because I don't have another one long enough, and the original one has too much of a spacing on it where it would require too big of a spacer or hella washers to use this bolt. So 3 is bolted down. The box is, that shit ain't going anywhere. And this has not been bolted down yet, but it is being compressed down by the front of the box right here, and it's literally like stuck there. But I am going to put 2 bolts there tomorrow. I just want to show you guys this really quickly before we resume tomorrow. But box is in place. I haven't modified this pin yet because there's not enough space to put a cotter, so it just literally swings in and out. Dang it, I don't know why I did that. Anyways, this one is in as well. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. It is the next day, and we're getting later into the evening. So what I've done since I've been here in the garage, I've painted the bracket for the shift cables. I relocated the cables going through the firewall right there. I made a new hole, and I want to take this one right here and patch the existing hole that I cut out yesterday right there. I also had to extend this stud right here because it wasn't long enough to you know, put a cotter pin in, so I extended it, drilled a new hole right there, and then that space is enough to put a washer on, right? And then put a cotter pin, so that way this linkage doesn't come out. This one's in place, just got to put a cotter pin there. I just got to bolt the box back in, and the shifter setup will be done, and then we can reassemble everything else. I wanted to take the car out for a drive depending on daylight, and you know, my brother's not sleeping for work because he doesn't work today, so that means I can probably try to do a 1-2 pull right here in front of the house. And I'm not really recording too much today, I just want to get it done. So fully bolted. So what I'm doing right now is I just cut out a plate. I'm gonna go underneath the car, put some glue on this, and I'm gonna patch up that big old hole down there under the shifter, because the last owner mounted the last shifter underneath the car, so there's a big hole. I'm gonna put glue around this, and I'm gonna put 2 self-tapping screws so that way it can hold itself up while the glue dries. And then I'm also gonna dab the glue on the little circle piece. I'm gonna patch the first hole that I cut out yesterday, and then yeah, once we finish that, I'll button up all of this, and hopefully, like I said, we'll move the car on out of here and see how that works out. This is too cool. My dad is like on his way to sleep, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a pull or not, because this car is hella loud. But I am gonna take you around the block and show you that this RSX Shifter Box works with my H22 transmission, H22 cables. Oh, it feels so much better. And it's taller too, so that's cool. Fifth is close. Holy fuck! This is different! What? What the fuck? Super different! Holy shit! I'm done for the day. So I'm gonna show you real quick. K20 RSX Shifter Box, H22 cables. You can see the cables are on the back, clipped in, and not in the front here. I'm gonna pop the hood for you. H22 transmission, guys. H22 bracket and cables. There you have it. DIY. Now, before anybody go and talk shit about, oh, I'm cheap or whatever, this is a budget build, guys. And I'm the type of person to utilize whatever it is that I have around the house, or if I don't have it, I'll make it. And You know, the other shifter was short, it sat under the tunnel, and you know, if I was to change the cable or whatever the case may be, I have to go under the car, and I really don't like to go under the car. So having a shifter box back inside the car, and having the cables like right there, easy accessible for whenever I need to change it out or maintenance it or whatever. It's now in the car. The shifter box feels amazing. It's a lot taller, so shift is a lot shorter in the throw, and my arm doesn't have to be like all at the bottom of the console. Now it's like right up where the button's at. Hopefully I don't smash third too hard and shut the car off, flipping the switches down. But nonetheless, prove it, man. I make shit work. That's just kind of like what I do for fun, and show you guys that, you know, shit like this is possible if you put your mind into it. And you guys can clearly see that 1.2 was cherry, and was kind of loud too. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Expect more to come here soon. I'm gonna be working on like the you know, the hydro conversion. I'm not gonna do that yet until I can figure out how I'm supposed to loop the front brake lines before we get to you know, removing the prop valve and then doing the rear hydros and all of that. But that's to come. I got to finish up the catch can. We're going to be turboing soon, guys, so I'm really prepping to get this car ready for a boost. I'm going to definitely modify that radiator that I have so we can get rid of this not full size. I don't know what radiator this is, but I'm going to need all this space for turbo. So expect some fabrication to come soon, and shit, just plenty of more things to come. This car is, I can't be any happier. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smack that like button if you guys think the ingenuity is dope on here, because that's kind of, you know, what I do. Be sure to stick around, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.